All right, so this is my review for Invincible season 4, I believe, episode 5 or episode 4. I'm pretty sure it's episode 4. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's episode 4. All I'm gonna say is this: I was really excited for this episode, and because the season has been really good so far, so much stuff has happened, and it's not that this was a bad episode. It's just that I feel like an episode like this probably should have been like maybe like the second episode because the first three episodes are so good, and there's one episode where it's all Omni-Man's story basically, Omni-Man and Alan, and I love that episode. And the thing is, I don't mind them doing episodes where it's like no one else is involved. That's fine. But this episode was good, but it was underwhelming, I will say, compared to all the other stuff they do in the show. It's not that this episode was terrible. This was a good episode. It's just that when you told us, okay, Omni Man's going to get his son in the last episode, and then in the end credits or basically the end of this episode, you see Omni Man coming to get his son. That's great. It gets us hyped for the next episode. But I wish there was just a tiny bit more. It didn't have to be Omni-Man having a full conversation with his son, but it could have been maybe Omni-Man and Alan flying to space and like encountering like a small little something. Like just give us a little bit of that journey. Not just have them like basically teleport there. Like I think that would have been great to just merge that a tiny bit in the episode because I felt like the underworld stuff was entertaining, but my mind kept thinking about all the other stuff that the story has been telling us about. So I wish they kind of went back and kind of mixed, kind of like spliced in the story of Omni-Man and Alan's journey on the way while he's like under the world or something, you know what I mean? While he's in Underworld. So I think that would have been a better use of the time in the episode. But I did enjoy it. I just was like I was so surprised how much Underworld we got. The whole episode was literally Underworld. Like once we got Damien Darkblood, I was like, okay, cool. I haven't seen him in a while. And I love Hellboy, so he reminds me of Hellboy. So I just like seeing his character. So I was like, oh, this is cool. But then it kept going on, and I was like, dang, this whole episode is in the Underworld. I was like, when are we gonna like deal with some of the stuff that we know is going on in the on the earth on the I think the fourth level, I think is what they was talking about, as far as the levels of like hell, heaven, and different things like that. And according to them, just saying there's no heaven and stuff like that. So it was interesting how much we learn about their world and the ruler of Underworld and Damon Darkblood and his sister and all these different things. And now that person has a grudge. So I think that's the whole reason, because now that person has a grudge against the um the surface dwellers because Mark took her out, and or well, she didn't really get taken out, but she couldn't really do nothing because he just kept, he kept just punching her out. And I like that. I like seeing Damien Darkblood and Invincible talk and like have a little comedy and different things like that. I think there was a lot of good elements. It's just that there was so much in the underworld that my mind was like, I enjoyed the episode, but a part of me couldn't fully enjoy the episode because of what you gave me before. So I think this episode should have been like maybe the second episode, and then maybe splice in parts of Omni-Man and Alan talking about going to see him and having to go back or something. Maybe just a tiny bit. Because I think this whole episode as a Damien Darkblood episode didn't work as much as the rest of the episodes, is what I will say. But I still enjoyed it. I just was so surprised that that last second of the episode is Omni-Man and Alan saying, hey, what's up? And then ending. I was like, dang, man. Like, you teased me in the last episode, and then you literally gave me 2 more seconds. So it kind of felt like a little disingenuous in that moment, because I felt like I was, but it's cool. I love this series so much that I give it a lot of grace in certain elements, but yeah, I give it a lot of grace. But it seems like from here we shouldn't have any more episodes like this. Like I said, I did enjoy it, but sometimes when people talk about filler episodes, I'm like, it's still part of the show and it's good. But I would agree with someone if someone calls this episode a filler episode. I really would. If someone said you could skip this entire episode and just go at episode 5, then I'm like, yeah, they're probably right. This is kind of how I feel. Because I literally just like none of the storylines and the arcs that we've already kind of established through the series and through the first three episodes were really in this episode. maybe the mummy thing we got, but even that is, I think that's fine to miss. So, but I did enjoy. I just was unexpected how much Damien Darkblood and how much Underworld this was gonna be, which was good. I just, like I said, they set it up so well that I was ready, and then hopefully, I'm sure the next episode, episode 5, is gonna be full Omni-Man and Invincible talking, and then we're getting some good, have a great episode to see them back together. So, but yeah, ultimately, that's my thoughts. Is Dejo know the name? Spread love and light, and since I'm excited for Mortal Kombat 2, we're gonna keep signing off with Get Over Here. Peace out.
Get over here.